Assyrian Empire. The first steps toward money and taxation. The Assyrian Empire, which existed roughly from the 9th to the 7th century BCE, was one of the most powerful and influential states of the ancient Near East. It controlled vast territories in Mesopotamia, Syria, and neighboring regions, overseeing key trade routes that connected different parts of the Near East. In this empire, power and economy were closely intertwined, and managing the state required a complex system of finance and taxation. Here we can see the first steps from a barter-based world toward the use of money. During the Assyrian era, the main method of exchanging goods was direct barter. People traded grain, livestock, textiles, pottery, metals, and other resources. Barter worked well in small communities, but as the empire grew, challenges arose. How could one fairly value a quantity of grain against a clay pot or a sheep? How could large volumes of goods be transported over long distances, especially if they were perishable or heavy? To solve these problems, metal ingots made of copper and silver began to be used. These ingots had standardized weights and effectively functioned as money. They could be used to pay taxes, trade with neighboring regions, and pay for services. This system simplified trade, made the economy more transparent, and allowed the state to control financial flows. The Assyrian economy was based on several key principles. First, agriculture remained the foundation of wealth. The fertile lands of the Tigris and Euphrates valleys provided stable grain harvests that fed the population and served as the basis for taxation. Second, craftsmen and merchants played a vital role. They produced textiles, pottery, and metal goods, trading both within the empire and beyond. The Assyrian army and administration purchased these goods to meet the needs of the state. Taxation in Assyria was sophisticated. Farmers paid taxes in grain, livestock, or craft goods, while merchants and craftsmen paid in money or precious metals. The system considered the payer's capacity and area of activity. Temples, priests, and religious institutions often received tax benefits, encouraging the maintenance of cultural and religious traditions. Cities with major craft and trade centers could also enjoy tax incentives, promoting production and trade. Taxes were not only a tool to fill the state treasury, but also a way to manage the economy. In times of drought or poor harvests, taxes could be reduced to maintain stability and avoid social unrest. The Assyrians also developed a record-keeping system. Archives of clay tablets documented transactions, taxes, and grain supplies. These records allowed officials to monitor economic activity across regions, prevent fraud, and optimize resource distribution. This system enabled the empire to govern vast territories effectively. Metal ingots became the first prototypes of money. Unlike grain or livestock, metal did not spoil and was easily divisible. Standardized ingots could be used to pay taxes, buy goods over long distances, and store wealth. This was an early financial revolution, laying the groundwork for all future civilizations. Trade was another cornerstone of the Assyrian economy. Key commodities included grain, oil, wine, textiles, pottery, and metals. Trade routes ran along rivers, roads, and caravan paths. Assyrian merchants maintained connections with neighboring states such as Babylon, Media, and Urartu. This trade boosted city growth, craft development, and the emergence of new professions. The empire also understood the importance of incentivizing its population. Craftsmen, traders, and workers involved in state projects could receive privileges such as tax exemptions or access to resources. This stimulated economic activity, strengthened stability, and allowed the state to expand without overburdening its people. A key aspect of Assyria's economy was the distribution of resources through state warehouses. Agricultural produce, metals, and crafted goods were stored centrally and redistributed to support the army, officials, and urban populations. This system allowed rapid response to military campaigns, droughts, or other crises, maintaining economic stability. In summary, the Assyrian Empire integrated taxes, trade, and the first prototypes of money into a single system. Barter gradually gave way to metal ingots, taxation regulated the economy, and incentives promoted craft and trade development. This system laid the foundation for future financial revolutions in great empires such as Babylon, Persia, and Rome. Next in our series, we will explore the Neo-Babylonian Empire, where taxation, trade, and the first true coins reached a new level. Subscribe now so you don't miss the continuation of this fascinating journey through the financial history of the ancient world.